What I found very unique today was getting introduced to the fruit wines of Meghalaya. Being here in the wine industry since a long time, I was not quite aware of what Meghalaya had to offer us. And attending the masterclass and after having good amount of tasting sessions of the Meghalayan fruit wines, I would still recommend the Tigism, that's the wine that is put up. It's a very unique as a fruit wine, and of course, I think it is going to be there to rule the fruit wine market for a long time.
I'm here at the stall of the wines from Meghalaya. So it's wonderful to see the wines that are being coming from Meghalaya, for example. I also met the owner as well, and we did a bit of the wine tasting. My favorite is this one over here. That is the Tegasim. I believe that has got as it's got the nice flavor. It has got as the texture, for example, that the wine that would require. So that is one of my personal favorites, and it's wonderful to see wines not just coming from Nasik but also from something like Meghalaya as well. So we just wish them all the best, and hopefully they can come up with a lot of produce and they can help sustain the wine industry that is there in India. So all the best to the wines from Meghalaya.
We tested the ginger wine from Impole View Wines. It was really good because we love having ginger with our tea. Took this ginger with wine for the first time, and it was an excellent experience. I would recommend everybody to at least taste once this wine with the ginger flavor. Very good experience.
I just tasted a wine from Pinjai Winery, and it's made out of Soyong grapes. It was made in a very dry style. So I've tasted some wines from Tamil Nadu. They are good, they are different. I mean, when we talk of wine, we can't expect them to be tasting like the grape wine. This is made out of Soyong grape, which is very similar to jamun berry, and but it's more tart. So it's I would say it's got a low to medium acidity, but at the same time, it was a wine worth tasting. It was different. The fruit was nicely expressed. There was some structure to the wine. In a way, it was like a mix of wine and spirit in some way, because it had a lot of flavors of the fruit macerated in brandy. So the aftertaste, I just got a lot of that.
It was great to come down here. It was a surprise seeing the Meghalaya stand down here, which is unique, having your local fruits and making wines out of local fruits. And we were very inquisitive to understand what sort of wines you guys make. It was interesting, very surprising, and there are some good wines which you guys make.
Actually was introduced to some really good, really new indigenous fruits that we were not aware of, that we don't really have available over here. But we could really relate to them through the expression of this wonderful wines. Some of them were really good and has a bright future in India because it fits perfectly well for our Indian palate and pairs very well with Indian food as well.
I tasted a lot of wines here from Meghalaya. They tasted amazing, very unique, very down-to-earth products, very exportable products, I feel. I think the world should know how each of these single unique ingredients from Meghalaya taste. And the producers have done a remarkable job showcasing the flavors and their roots through their product, their wines. And yeah, I would actually invite a lot of people to try their product, to support them and support the community.
This is Assami wines, which I am trying right now. I have in my hand. It's got beautiful texture, the balance, it's beautiful, the palate. It's such a smooth and soft finish it has. I would definitely want you to try these wines. These are homemade wines.
I'm tasting the special Meghalayan wines. It's very interesting one, and I appreciate the Meghalayan people. They are trying different fruits, different grains and different flowers. Now I am tasting this wine is honey, the most of the percentage of honey and tulsi and the flowers. The first time I'm tasting such type of wine, and it's very good and giving a very good palate and color and the aroma. Yes, thank you.
I've actually been looking after the Meghalaya fruit wines since yesterday. I finally got some time because there are many stalls and many brands are doing the fruit wines. The one which I liked was the plum wine and the blood fruit wine, which the other one was the blue pea wine. I'm actually a bartender who works in the bar, and I'm looking forward to add these flavored wine, fruit wines into, I wanted to incorporate these wines into the cocktail. So I think this is something really interesting. I'm looking forward to do it.
We work in the craft alcohol segment, and we're here at Vinexpo. We've been here for 2 days. Just as we were leaving, a friend of ours recommended that we try the wines here, and we've had our minds blown. There's some lovely stuff going on. We didn't know Meghalaya had such lovely wines from Dura, from Assam, from our friend Jason on the other side, and we're blown away. We're now planning on making a trip to Meghalaya to come and discover all the different types of fruit wines. So thank you guys for coming in, and thank you for introducing us to lovely wines of your area.
These have been an absolute revelation. They're so good. Some of the fruits we had never even heard of, and then the wines that they've made available over here, simply excellent. Cannot wait for these to be available in our local market.
Now, this particular masterclass was an eye-opener for me. First, because these are products that have come from the Northeast, about which very few people know. Second, also because of the totally different and exotic and indigenous fruits that have been used to make these wines. As for the tasting, I think I don't think there's I can compare it with any of the wines that I've ever tasted, either here in India or abroad, because they were all from grapes. So it's difficult to also be able to judge them in the correct perspective. But that said, I think it's probably for me the beginning of a new discovery.